Hello dreamers and welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley. Today we're gonna talk about the traps. I've been doing a lot of grinding, pretty much non-stop grinding. Lots of mining, lots of foraging, lots of catching these little buggers. And I have unlocked all of the traps. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So I have got these 6 traps. The ones for the bind and the ones for the Mythopia. Now, what are these traps for and how do they work and how do you unlock them? So first of all, you need to start Merida's level 2 quest, which is basically her first friendship quest. She will ask you to craft one of the traps. Alright, let's talk about how they work and how you craft them. You can go into Storybook Vale, crafting, and in functional items, you're gonna see them. There is 9 different kinds of traps. 3 of them, there's 3 kinds of traps for 3 different biomes. So you can tell which biome the traps belong to by the leaves on the side. The fall one for the bind, the Olympic one for the Mythopia, and fairy slow and fairy traps are for the ever after. And there is 3 kinds of traps. One is the lure trap, one is slow trap, and one is the repellent. Now, it might sound pretty obvious what they do, but let's go through it. The lure trap, they lure critters in. So the way it works, it basically acts like a storage that automatically lures them and captures them with a certain interval. We're going to test exactly what the interval is right now. The slow trap, it slows down all the critters in the current biome it's placed on. The repellent, it does basically what it says. It reduces the amount of snippets flying around. I guess this could be useful for potentially if you already collected all the snippets you want, you can place this somewhere in the biome, and if it's maxed out, you're barely going to see any snippets of any at all. We're going to test it all again today. We're going to max all of them out. By maxing out, I mean increasing their levels. As you can see here, it says basic trap, so that means we will be able to upgrade it. Alright, let's start with the slow trap. I'm gonna place one right now, and we're gonna test how it works. So if you place the wrong trap in a wrong biome, like if I place Olympic trap in the bind, it's not gonna work. So we need to place the correct one. So when it's placed, you can see all of the critters become much slower. And in a bind, it doesn't really matter, because the critters in bind are not very difficult to catch. But in some of the later biomes, the critters become insanely more difficult, to the point where it becomes nearly impossible to chase a critter down, a snippet down, unless you have the traps activated. So in this case, it doesn't slow them dramatically, so we are going to increase the effectiveness. So this one only slows down by 20% at level 1. To increase, we're going to have to spend 25. Holy moly, that's expensive. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be this expensive. I should have checked. I should have checked before I crafted. You know what? It's for science. No, but honestly, I kind of wanna test out the lure one. I want to max out the lure one because I feel like that one is going to be the most important. I am going to try to grind enough to be able to max them out, and honestly these ones are easy to catch, so let's go and test this in a different biome. Before we start using traps, let's figure out how to craft them. So the ones for Mythopia and for the bind are going to be the easiest to craft, because they literally can be crafted right away. You don't require anything. You just need to basically unlock just the basic biome. You don't even need to unlock any additional biomes. For example, you can get all of the ingredients in the Wildwoods and the Bind and the Elysian Fields. All of the ingredients you're gonna need for these things could be found here. So there is a couple fishes that you're gonna need for the traps. There is Stygian Mudskipper. Then you can catch basically in Elysian Fields. Most of these fishes are gold bubble fishes, so the potions make this process much, much easier. Basically, the Mudskipper The hermit crab in the bind, you're gonna need the one too. Also, golden potion, pretty sure. Then there is lamprey. This one is golden potion in anywhere in Ever After. The pine cones, once again, just lying around in the bind. The moss you can find either from the logs that have the moss on, or you can get it from Ever After, just also lying on the ground. Then we have the magma. You can get it from mining in the Ever in Mythopia. Also, using mining potions and fishing potions it's gonna make your process of finding all of these resources much easier. That's what I did, and it took me no time at all. Then opal, mining in the bind. Then once again, you need moss. You're gonna need a lot of moss, and you're gonna need a lot of star crystal, which you can mine in anywhere in Ever After. And a lot of this fish, forgot the name of it. It has a ridiculous name. The lamprey that you're also gonna find in Ever After, just fishing in golden bubbles. Resources are not difficult to get. However, there is the reason why I don't have the last one, all of the traps for the Ever After is because they require magma. The magma stones, which I don't have an ability to get yet. I'm assuming I'm gonna get them from progressing a little bit further. I think I need to be able to break to break these little rocks. Honestly, maybe I can get them. I just can't. I just didn't figure out how to get them yet. But it's not important because for the testing, for all intents and purposes, it's gonna be the same for that biome. So let's get into it. Let's place one. Let's start with the lure one, because that's the one I'm interested the most, and that's the only one I have enough resources to fully max out right now. I hope. I really hope I do. All right, here it is. Basic Olympic lure trap. Let's see what it does. Let's see what's going to be. I mean, I'm sure it's going to tell me if I click on it. So what it does, it regularly generates snippets. Maximum capacity is 3. Now, how regularly are we talking? So right now it's 10:45 since I placed it. Let's measure how long it takes for it to actually generate one critter. I'm going to just sit here and stare at it. That is pretty cool. So I've noticed it's been around 12 minutes. And I've noticed this little dead critter. Or I guess it's sleeping maybe? It's just being slowly sucked into this thing. It's like, I think it started circling it and then it gets closer and closer. I wonder if it takes 15 minutes or does it take longer? I'll keep you updated. While I wait for this, I'm kind of curious. So I'm assuming speed 1 is not going to affect it, right? Because the speed one only affects the ones that move, and this one doesn't really move. So what's going to happen if I put the slow trap right here? Is it going to show me... Oh yeah, it shows that it's affecting this one. So this one should be now much faster, much slower. 20% slower. So now they're at least possible to catch. Yeah, it makes it much easier actually. But this one also shows that he's affected. He supposedly is slower, so what's gonna happen if I try to catch him? Does it reduce its distance? But no, it doesn't. Oh my god, no, it definitely doesn't reduce its distance. That was a huge distance. Yeah, I don't think speed 1 does anything for these ones. Wait, I just realized something. Does this... Maybe he's already caught. Maybe I just can do this. Oh my god, you do. It just lures them in and puts them to sleep. Okay, so I ran some experiments and it seems like it takes 10 minutes for the critter to get trapped. So I am very curious. What's going to happen when I upgrade this thing? So is the speed of catching critters going to remain the same? Or is it just the amount of critters that can be caught at the same time changes? So here's my machine. It caught another critter. I wonder if it's capable of catching critters that are not native to this biome. For example, frogs. I see frogs running around. So I wonder if it can catch those frogs. Probably can. I don't see why not. So let's upgrade it. Let's spend all my money. Oh boy. I'm sure I'm gonna use it though. It seems like a very useful thing. So now we can see how much it takes to upgrade. I'm assuming the prices and the levels are gonna be the same for all the machines. So let's go. 2,500 to get to level 2. All right, we get level 2 machine. 5,000. Ah, my God. To level 2. Please tell me that's the last level. Oh, wait, it is. Level 3. So it takes 7,500. Oh, my God. And it can generate up to 5. So by this logic, it should take... Oh, papa. It should take 50 minutes. And this one, I'm assuming... I mean, might as well just get it over with. And upgrade it just for the testing purposes. I'll upgrade it once just to see the price. So it goes to 40 to 30, from 20 to 30, and then to 40 for level 3. Might as well test out the repellent. How does repellent work? Let's see. Here it is. Basic Olympic snippet repellent. This thing looks kind of cool. So this one says reduce snippet spawn rate by 50%. Next level is going to be 80%. Let's upgrade just to test it once again. And the final is going to be 100%. So if you want no snippets to spawn in your area, this is a must. I personally don't feel there is a point to reduce snippets by 50 or 80%. I can see the point to reduce them by 100 in case you want to just not have snippets in this biome. I feel like this could be useful in the regular valley because I'm pretty sure we still get snippets in the regular valley, right? For some reason, I only see snippets in Frosted Heights, at least the white birds. Is that normal? Oh wait, all of them are converted from white birds, so it's only birds. You can convert white bird to literally any other snippet. That's kind of strange. I thought we would have frogs and other ones. But once again, I only see them in Frosted Heights. I wonder if this is by design. I mean, white snippets, white snow, maybe. Who knows? Alright, there's one more test we need to run. I'm sure you are thinking right now, Star in Sky, what's gonna happen if you place 3 lure traps in the same biome? Is it gonna increase the amount of critters caught? So we're gonna place them at a decent distance from each other so we can more clearly see what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna remove these for now. It's not important. So I guess for the sake of experiment, I will upgrade 1. So this way I'm going to have all 3 of them in different levels. And I kind of want to just reset it. So I'm going to remove it. So let's pretend we put all of them at the same time. Advanced Olympic slow trap. No, wait, I don't want advanced slow. I want expert lure trap. There we go. So when you put them in inventory, they keep their level. That's good to know. That takes a lot of storybook magic, and I haven't even unlocked most of the biomes. So I think after this experiment, I'm gonna focus on actually unlocking areas before adding more to these machines, even though they're kind of useful. But for now, I feel very enthusiastic catching the snippets myself, so I don't mind. All right, let's run this for a bit and see what happens. By the way, if you're curious, I did test stacking multiple traps, multiple slow traps and repellent traps, and it doesn't work. It says only the strongest one will take effect, so you cannot stack your way to 100% speed reduction. Alright, now this is the site. I'm gonna be honest, I staged this just for the thumbnail, so I have a beautiful looking thumbnail. I put all of them around. So as you can see, this is the lowest tier lure trap. It has 3 of them floating around. This one is the medium tier. It has 4 of them floating around, and you can see some frogs in here too, so it works on all the critters in the area. And this one is maxed out. It has 5 of them floating around. So it doesn't affect the speed. It takes exactly 10 minutes to capture one snippet. So this one basically gets full in 30 minutes. This one gets full in 40 minutes. And this gets full in 50 minutes. Now, my thoughts about this is that it's not worth upgrading it, at least not in the beginning. It's actually more beneficial to craft multiple of them, because to craft, for example, one lure trap, you're just gonna need 1 magma, 1 fish, 5 cones, and only 500. Only 500 of magic. To upgrade it to the next level, to get it from capturing 3 to 4, you're gonna need 2.5 thousand magic. Like, all of these resources are extremely easy to get, except the magic. Well, magic is kinda too, but you will need to spend 7,500 magic to basically add 2 more critters. Instead, you can just spend 500 magic and a couple of easy to get resources to build another machine. So my recommendation is go quantity over quality for this one. It's ridiculously expensive, and definitely don't get the final upgrade. This was a waste just for science. I'm glad I have it, but it's much cheaper to buy to build too. So I would do that. Also, some of them don't make sense. For example, it doesn't really make sense to put any of these machines in the bind. Maybe the only one I would put is the slowing one, even though if you're having trouble. But in the bind, all of these snippets are the slowest ones, so these are not going to be that difficult to catch. Plus, there is lots of them. Plus, you're going to be probably hanging out in the bind most of the time anyway, so you're going to be capturing them all the time. I would honestly keep all of the traps, and I would put them in the further away areas, like, for example, somewhere where you don't hang out as much, but you still want to capture some critters. The slowing ones, 20% slowing is not gonna do that much, so for that one to get full effect, you're probably gonna want to max it out. But I guess the benefit of the slowing one is that some of the critters in here are pretty hard to catch, especially the jumping ones. They're really a pain to chase down. So maybe if you slow them down, it's going to make it a little bit easier. But the lure ones, in my opinion, are the best. In 30 minutes, you can catch 3 of them with no effort whatsoever. There is one thing I wanted to test, though, before we leave. Oh, look at this beauty. We got 3 birds just floating around. That's adorable. If using a companion has a chance to double them, the ones that have been already captured, then that would make the lure one absolutely worth it. Because if not,
no ulterior motive, I promise.
If not, there is a chance that it might be not as worth, because then catching them in the wild will have a chance to duplicate them. But let's see. I'm gonna try to catch some of these dead birds. I mean, sleeping birds. Let's see if Flynn here is gonna help me get a bonus once. Alright, got 1. What do you gotta say? Nothing. Got 2. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, that's not a great start. It does seem like it doesn't duplicate them. Let's go catch all of them. Let's see if we get a single duplicate. Maybe because his level is low, but still. He should duplicate at least one of them. You can get the explosions, though, which would help a lot. So far, he didn't duplicate any, though. Oh, that's satisfying! Oh my god! Okay, never mind. He does duplicate it. So yeah, the lure traps, in my opinion, are the best ones. So if you are going to craft any, I would focus on them. You still get all of the benefits of catching them in their sleep state. And this guy just leveled up. Good job. Yeah, I'm definitely crafting the lure ones for every single biome, just so I can keep collecting these critters. Look how much I got. Got a purple frog, got a bunch of the pink frogs, got 22 of red demons just from these. I haven't caught a single one of them without using this machine. And then I can come back in 30 minutes and have a bunch of them ready to catch again. You can place like 3 of the lures in each biome. It's gonna be decently cheap, and it's gonna give you 9 snippets every time you come back. Do not upgrade them. It's not worth it unless you're literally swimming in magic, which on day 2, I doubt anybody is swimming in magic. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about the traps, yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much to all of our supporters. This was a long video, but hopefully it was very informative. I was really curious about these machines because this is, I'm assuming, it's like an ancient machine, the Storybook Vale version of ancient machines. And to be honest, ancient machines are better. They're useful pretty much everywhere. These machines are specifically geared towards this DLC, but the machines... also, I wonder if they would work in the regular Valley. I guess I should have tested it, but I don't see why not. So, putting a lure in your Frosted Hides just to keep collecting these things every once in a while, because they can be converted to any of them. So, that means them extremely valuable. So, I would definitely place a couple of them in my Frosted Hides to catch little white birds. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content. Take care.